What's up out there? I have just about gotten done with my Tectonic Slam Chieftain. I have one more level I'm going to put on him. He is at level 94. And the last level I'm going to buy the Cannot Be Maimed and Hindered, get back into this mastery node. I get maimed all the time. My guy moves fairly slow to begin with, and that sucks to be even slowed down further. So I noticed that's a pain point. I'm going to fix that. The passive tree is mostly the same from the last video that I had him in, except I had Veteran's Wrath last time, where you gain 1 rage on melee hit, you get a little bit slower rage loss, and then, so basically we're gaining 3 rage on melee hit, and then the inherent rage loss starts later. But I noticed that was 4 points, so I pulled those 4 points out, put 1 point here, here, and here, so we're only gaining basically 2 rage on hit with a plus 10 to max rage. And I took that point that I robbed, or the other point that I had, and went into Lava Lash. So I've got this one, which increased my fire damage and increased fire pen. So I've made that change. I did go off into a jewel socket at one point. I tried to use, it's in my crafting section here. I tried to use this cluster jewel, which has got Titanic Swings and Heavy Hitter on it. It was okay. I couldn't. What I did was I robbed Wrecking Ball and Kinetic Impacts to put enough point nodes into that. It didn't work out as well as it. I ended up doing a lot less damage. I've reduced the amount of damage I'm doing because I've got this ring here which curses enemies with flammability on hit. But because I have this, I was able to pull Flammability Gem out and not deal with it. So everything I hit just gets flammability on it. That means I don't have to worry about throwing that out, and I was able to pull that gem out. I know Awakened Fire Pen support does not work with any of this stuff, but I put it in here to level it up. I don't know that I can actually use this gem. I would have to replace Life Tap. I looked at it. Added fire damage does more than this does. LE damage with, all of these gems do more. The endurance charge on melee stun support, I could take out and swap out and get more damage, but then I would not be stunning anything. And I want to stun things because that's something that helps. That's worked into my build, is I've got a lot of stun picked up. So I don't know where I'm going to put this Awakened LE Fire Pen support. I think there's a way on the horticulture thing. I have to look it up. I'm pretty sure there's a way of trading out jewels or gems. Awakened gems from one to the other. I looked, but I didn't see it. I tried it under Awakened. I don't remember what it is. I'll look it up later, but I know there's a way of swapping out, or there used to be a way of swapping out one gem to another. I don't know. I'll figure that out, but I want to try and I'm going to level this thing up and then maybe swap it and see if I can get something else Awakened added fire damage would be awesome. Awakened elemental added, something awakened on the fire side would be great. Let's see. Besides that, that's about it for the changes. For my Atlas passive, my Atlas trees, I want to cover these real fast. I backed out of Kirok, and I probably shouldn't have, because I still need to get all of these unique maps. I'll probably drop them through the course of this. I'm not worried about getting the season pass at this point, so all of the maps that I can corrupt and rare, magic rare, corrupted, and all these are done. It's just the unique ones left. So I ended up backing out of Kirok. For this, my Atlas Tree 1 is basically Essence, a little bit of Strongbox, Delve, stuff like this. This is very low effort stuff that I could skip. So as I bring new builds up into trying them in here, I could skip strong boxes or essence if things are too strong, and basically I get some scarabs out of it. There's strong boxes and essence to try if I want. If not, it's an easygoing Atlas tree, so I'm kind of happy with this one. On this one here, I was doing a lot of betrayal. I backed out of it. I got sick of betrayal. I wasn't getting what I needed. So I'm really not using this one as much. It's got expedition, breach, harvest. I need to keep the harvest on here because anytime I need harvest juice to swap something out, I picked up the harvest on here because something on here there was one of these had fire and cold, but I needed to flip the fire and cold around. So I had to turn cold to lightning and then fire to cold and something like that. However it was, I ended up needing a bunch of juice, so I ended up going to harvest to get those. So I've actually spec'd into harvest. That's the first time I've ever done that. And I don't know, I haven't found myself running this as much. I was doing it a lot for the betrayal missions, but I haven't been using this much at all. The one that I have been using a lot of, well, between Delve and this last one, is this one here with Incursion. So we've got Incursion, we've got strong boxes. I'm fully into strong boxes. I'm heavily into Scarabs and fully into Incursion. Now, the thing with Incursion, I've never spec'd into this one before either. So there are a few things on here, if you're not familiar with it, or you may be wondering why I'm excited about this, is this is good for SSF, I think. So this one here, you've got Incursion. This node on here has incursions in your map contain cursed treasures. Then there's the one where you always have 4 incursions. And then there's this one where incursions in your map contain a Vol Flesh Merchant. So between, I don't know what the difference is, but this cursed treasure and the Vol Flesh Merchant give you extra stuff when you're done with the done running that incursion. You've also got this one where chance for all your monsters to be magic, time gained for per kill is doubled in incursion maps. I think that's about it. But those work really well. So let's run a map real fast here. It's a magic map. It doesn't matter. I've been running tier 6, tier 5, tier 6 maps. I've tried tier 16. I don't kill everything as quickly, so you don't get through the incursions you have to do fast. You don't want to take your time messing around with incursions because everything's on a clock. You want it off the clock as fast as possible. You want to generate as much time as you can, kill everything as quickly as possible, and move on. So, clear this out around here. And then when we go in here to run this, let's see here. I guess we'll do the chest full of gems, and I need to unlock to the upper right, probably. So you would come in here, there's a Vol Flesh Merchant, kill him off, kill everything off in here, make sure that all this stuff is dying, make sure that I go kill the guy that I need to kill, and somewhere he should be over here, kill all these guys off, make sure I'm watching my time. He's dead, so now I can go kill everything else. So the Vol Flesh Merchant is dead. Then there's these little cursed treasures to select. They take 8 seconds off your counter. That's why you got to kill things fast, and you don't want to waste your time a whole lot. So you want to keep killing things quick. So as soon as I select this, it's going to drop 8 seconds off my counter. Everything is dead, and I wanted to unlock... That doesn't matter. We can go do this one. Oh, I still got a guy to pick up over there. Doesn't matter. I think you also want to try to kill as many monsters as you can. Everything if possible. I think that helps your loot. But once you've killed off the Vol Flesh Merchant, you've killed everything in there, and you've selected all those little chest things, this was a pretty good drop. So I've got some Jeweler's Orbs, I've got Superior Gems, some Fusings, a Mallet that I'll trade off, some decent currency. I don't need that buckler. You get some Portal Scrolls. I'd probably sell this thing off for the chrome that I get out of it. But that's not a bad haul. You know, there's 2 chromes out of it. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't carry these back. I do, just because I get chromes out of them. If my inventory gets full and I need to swap them out, I definitely, you know, those are the first things to go. But I don't mind making multiple trips back either. If you play SSF, getting currency is kind of a bear sometimes. Let's see, Glittering Halls. Sure, we'll trade up to that. But that's it. That's my my little strategy that I've been using. And this is great. I've done, I don't know how many of these things. I've already completed 4 or 5 runs. Like, when you're done with this, then you actually run the maps that Alva creates. So you've got this part where you do a whole bunch of times, and then you go run, you get the maps to go run, and then you get more currency out of those, and you get the ability to double corrupt items or whatever all that corruption stuff you get out of there. You can swap one unique for another and things like that. Like, there's a lot of benefits to this. You're in, you're out, and you're done. Was there another thing? Oh yeah, I got to make sure to kill this flesh merchant. He needs to be down because that adds a little bit of extra something at the end here. Done with that. Sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes you don't. This one we're just going to get a couple of Jeweler's Orbs and that's it. But I don't know, I've been building up a decent stack of stuff here, and I've been using this because I can juice these maps up a little bit more. I've been getting my gold out of these. I've been enjoying Incursion a lot and supplementing in Delve here and there. I've been trying to go for the cold nodes on Delve to work with the cold build that I got going. I think there's some chaos nodes there. There's some fire nodes. That's where I got this with curse flammability on hit. I've been trying to do a bunch of this. When I get sick of this, I'll go, like when I start getting up enough XP, I'll go back into Delve and start leveling that up a little bit. Oh yeah, we want the corruption chamber on here, so we want to go down to the bottom one in here. But yeah, I've been doing this. I've been meaning to work on that cold build that I had working, but I ended up getting sucked into this, and I forced myself back to go work on these other builds for a little bit, but I got so drawn into this, I kind of want to play this. This build is great for this. You just slaughter everything in the path and move on. Where do we need to go here? There's only one, which is down here, so we'll go ahead and knock this out. I don't know that I probably shouldn't have done that. There were other things to kill. We'll get our time back, I guess. Did I get the flesh merchant? I don't know that I've gotten everything in here, and I don't know if I can get here or not. Nope, got it. So that picks up all the treasure. I think I got the flesh merchant, and, you know, a few scourings. That's worth the price of entry right there. Get some scourings out of it. I'm always short on scourings. Let's see here. I guess we'll go up to the right. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I've been getting a lot of currency out of it, and I know that a lot of currency people probably don't care about, but for me in SSF, I could probably keep reiterating that, but this is like a gold mine. Just a lot of extra little, it might be garbage currency to some people, but man, it's very helpful. And then you run the temple and get all the stuff out of it. Kill the boss if there's any uniques you can get out of it. I still need to kill the queen. I haven't got that done yet. She's tough. Very tough. Did I mention this build's not great with bossing yet? See, I haven't killed everything, so it must be some stuff over here. And there we go. Problem solved. Adds a little bit of time, but is what it is. More chromes, a little bit of gold out of it, tincture if I want it. That's it. And then you back out or complete the map, whatever you want to do. Works great. Got a decent chunk of currency. Go sell these things off. Sometimes I pick those up, sometimes I don't. I usually like getting the extra chromes on there. But if I'm feeling lazy, I won't pick them up. I don't necessarily get them all the time. That's why I have 500 chromes. And the reason I do that is because I've ran out of chromes before, and I hate running out of them. It sucks, and so I just vacuum that stuff up. And I vacuum everything up with 6 sockets because then I get jeweler's orbs out of them. Fusings are always short on supply, but you can trade jeweler's orbs over for them. But because I'm in Trade League this time and I can use the currency exchange, I've been abusing that for the orbs of fusing. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at right now, and that's the little strategy that I've been working on over the last little bit, just tinkering around with it. I'm not worried about bossing, so I can just go work on temples all day and switch back and forth with Delve and try to go get some gear out of that thing for my other builds and work on all these other builds and stuff. But that's what I've been up to with this build. It's pretty much done. I will league start this next league for sure if I do next league, depending on how the next league hits with PoE 2, because PoE 2 comes out in November. This will be the build that I start, unless I come up with a way better build, like something with this 4th vow. I don't remember if I've shown this. I'm probably duplicating things, but I'm trying to 6-link this 4th vow right now. That's why I'm working on this gold. I forget where I've talked about already. But I want to get that. I kind of want to tinker around with Attila's Hunger maybe or something. I don't know. I've gotten some cool gear. I've gotten this Pillar of the Cage God, which means I could try Bone Shatter of Carnage. I got this Cold Iron Point. We could do an Exsanguinate build. I'd like to try Righteous Fire. So the Exsanguinate Chieftain, Bone Shatter of Carnage Chieftain, and Righteous Fire Chieftain are all on my list to do. I've got all the other Ascendancies I wanted to try. Unless some other build comes up, this is the build that I'm going to use for next league. It's kind of why I was mentioning all that. But what I would do is rebuild this, like do a second league start with this and see how it went, and then maybe change the passive tree according to that, because I'm not going to have this mace next time around. So I may have to redo things and just slightly change it or whatever, but that's a problem for another day. This will probably be my next league starter. I like this a lot, and it's really solid. So anyway, that's what I've got for today, and that will do it for this video. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.